We've come to the final video for today's lesson. In this video, we'll introduce 36 new syllables. That means another table. As you know, there are 46 hiragana characters. These characters make the basic syllables of the Japanese language. Also, the sounds of these four gyo can be altered by using the dakuten and the handakuten. That's another 25 syllables. There are an additional 36 syllables to complete your sound library for native Japanese words. These syllables are often referred to as contraction sounds. They're actually palatal syllables, or kogaion in Japanese. Their sounds are formed by using the muscles in your soft palate at the roof of your mouth. Hence the name palatal syllables. These 36 new syllables are created by combining 7 of the characters from the I with the characters in the Ya-gyo. Let's see how this works. We'll take the characters from the I and move them into a new table. The gaps you see are where we'll put the characters with the diacritical markings. Let's add those now. Remember, the palatal sounds are written by combining these characters from the I with the character from the Ya-gyo. Our first row will be created by using Ya. Notice the character from the Ya-gyo is written smaller than normal. When writing vertically, the character from the Ya-gyo is written in the upper right corner of its box. The other 2 rows are created using Yu and Yo. Now let's take a look at what happens when we write these characters horizontally. We'll take our 7 characters from the I again and move them to these tables. Now let's fill in the entire table. The characters in the horizontal table should look similar to these. Notice the placement of the characters from the Ya-gyo is different. They are in the lower left corner of their boxes. I want to briefly describe how to write these syllables. Let's begin by writing kya horizontally. As you know, each of these syllables is formed by using 2 characters. The first character is always from the I. The consonant sounds tell you which I character is used. In this case, k tells us to use ki. It is written as usual. The second character is always from the Ya-gyo and is smaller than usual. The vowel sounds tell us which Ya character to use. In this case, A tells us to use Ya. To help you write these characters in the correct place, you can imagine lines that cut the box into smaller boxes. When writing horizontally, imagine a horizontal line about 1/3 of the way down the box, and a vertical line about 2/3 of the way across the box. In the smaller box, in the lower left, we can now write a small Ya. Notice I'm holding the brush lower and more to the left than usual, getting ready to start. Now proportion the character in the smaller box. Kya. Now let's try writing vertically. Let's write cho. We'll start by writing our character from the I. In this case, the ch tells us to write chi. Again, chi is written as normal. When writing vertically, the second character goes in the upper right of the character space. Again, to help, imagine the horizontal line 2/3 of the way down, and the vertical line only 1/3 of the way across. Now we can position our brush to write yo in the smaller box in the upper right corner. Cho. It's important to remember about the size and placement of the second character to prevent confusion. It will take quite a bit of practice. Don't be afraid to actually draw the horizontal and vertical lines when you begin. Now that you are familiar with how to write these syllables, you'll be given plenty of opportunities on your review sheet. Now let's look at the table of palatal sounds. We actually know enough hiragana to complete a lot of the table. When you're completing the table in your packet, the vertical table should look similar to this, and at this point, you can write these characters. Remember to complete both the vertical and horizontal tables, and to say each of the syllables as you write the characters. That way you can practice both reading and pronouncing the characters. And in the horizontal table, once again, you can write these characters. The nice thing about the palatal syllables is you don't need to learn any new characters. It's just a matter of learning how to proportion the character from the ya, gyo.